In today's video, I'm going to be talking about senior carer jobs, whether they're actually worth it, the benefits, the roles, what they do, and whether it's actually a good option for you if you're already a nurse. So I'm going to be clarifying all of those questions that you have. Hi, Linda Eze here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Linda Eze. I am a registered nurse and I work in the UK. I share information about nursing abroad, health and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of that, hit the bell icon, subscribe, share. Who are senior carers? What are their roles? What are the benefits? If you're already a nurse, actually a good opportunity for you. Is it actually worth it? Is it actually worth it to move from your country to come to the UK to work as a nurse? Well, you are going to find out by yourself at the end of this video, because I'll be showing you exactly what these people do, how much they are paid, whether it is a good one if you have family. So let's have this chat. Who are senior carers and what do they do? So these senior carers, they are part of the healthcare team. They work alongside nurses and other healthcare assistants and other people in the healthcare team, case managers, the doctors, the physiotherapists, the occupational therapists, the dietitians, and the rest of them. So these senior carers, what they do is that they work in both hospitals, they work in communities, they work in health centers, in hospice, they work in care homes majorly. So these senior carers, their main role is to look after patients and support them to get back on their feet, support them in their activities of daily life. They are supposed to look after other healthcare assistants. You know, the requirement that they normally put on their website is NVQ level 3. So there are people that have NVQ level 2 and below. So the senior carers are supposed to be a role model, a leader for other healthcare assistants. They are also supposed to make sure that there is proper documentation for patients, make sure that the patients are getting what they are supposed to do, make sure that their diet is the right one, make sure that they are actually eating. They are like an advocate for their patients or people that they are caring for, and making sure that they are receiving their adequate care. So they work alongside nurses in the sense that they support nurses, work alongside nurses, making sure that everything is going on well, and nurses work with them in the sense that they tell them exactly where they need help, and then so they are actually assisting nurses to look after patients. These patients, they attend their appointments, they make sure that they check certain things like their blood sugar level, and some of those, checking their weight, making sure that they have optimal weight, that they do not have falls. They keep adequate records of patients. So those are some of the basic things that they do. So generally they support patients in the care homes. They support them to be healthy, they support them to be safe, and all of that. So how about the requirement to become a senior carer? I've mentioned some of them already. You need to have very good communication, you need to have passion for that role, so that you are actually doing something that you love. They also require that you have NVQ level 3. That if you are applying from abroad for these senior carers, they want to make sure that you have a particular training that is equivalent to NVQ level 3 in the UK. So I noticed that just like nurses, that you have to verify your document with NMC UK and then NMC in your particular country. These senior carers, if you have any training in healthcare, they also require that you compare that your certificate with their NARIC. They have NARIC services. Just Google about them online. I'll leave their link in the description below. So if you have a certificate in health, you apply to this particular service and they will compare both certificates. They will ask you to submit some documents, maybe your transcripts and all, and they'll compare those documents and know if it is equivalent to NVQ level 3. So, and also if you're already a nurse, you already have more than that requirement, and that is why some of them, just to be comfortable, they just ask nurses that are not yet registered with NMC to apply for this senior carers role. So those are the requirements. They also, some of them also require English. They also require that you can speak very good English. So, but the English requirement this time around is lower than the one NMC requires. So some of them ask for 5, some of them ask for 6. So their English requirement. If you have English requirement, you also have higher chances of getting a senior carer job. Okay, so how about the salary? So I've seen that the salary actually depends on whether the location, it depends on your experience, it depends on where you're working, whether it's private or government, it depends on which part of UK that you are in. So if you are in central London, if you are in London, you are more likely to earn more. If you are working with a private organization, you are more likely to earn more. If you are working with government, you are more likely to earn less. If you are in a youth community, you are more likely to earn less. So I've seen that their salary usually range between 9 and 15 pounds per hour. So, and then their salary also, like per annum, is usually between 19 and 22,000 pounds per annum. So, but on the average, is usually around 20 to 21,000 pounds per annum. So yes, the salary depends on where you're working and all of that. If you're working with private organization, you may expect 12,000 pounds per hour. If you're working with a government organization, you may expect 10 pounds per hour as a senior carer. So those are the benefits there. But in addition to this salary, they also have a lot of benefits that come with it, because they also know that a senior carer needs to progress in their career. So usually they provide a lot of training for senior carers. They also provide a lot of support for you to move on in your career. So if you're already a senior carer, they might provide apprenticeship training for you to move on from senior carer and become a nurse. So they also have pension. I've seen on their website, many of them offer 28 days annual leave. They have also, other supports, discounts, food, meals at work, and so many other interesting benefits that come with them. Offer sign-on bonus. So if you're already working with them, you can refer someone and they will give you a bonus. Now, if you're a nurse, is this actually a good one for you? Can you move from being a senior carer to becoming a nurse? So if you're a nurse, I would say that this is not a bad idea, but it depends on you. It depends on your circumstance. If you have family or there is a particular reason why you don't want to go through this route. But I would just say that in the UK, this salary can actually, you can be okay with it, depending on your lifestyle, depending on if you have family, and depending on where you live. So if you ask me, I would say that if you're going for this senior carer position, you may find living outside London, like living in the countryside, better, because you have cheaper housing, and you are so many things will be cheaper for you, unlike if you are living in London. So if you have family, you can actually live in the countryside and have a better, cheaper housing you can afford with the senior carer salary. And again, you can also progress from this senior carer role to become a nurse. So if you're already a nurse and you apply for this position, I would say that immediately you get to the UK and start receiving salary, that you channel your time to become a nurse as well. These care homes, they also require nurses. If you go to their website, you notice that many of their staff, they're actually nurses. So if you can negotiate with them during the interview process that you desire to move on to your nursing role, and they will know that from the onset. So once you get to the UK, try to get your PIN, and once you get your PIN, you write to them and tell them that you have already gotten your PIN, and then they will promote you to a nursing position. So don't be scared. Some people are scared, if I get this senior carer job, maybe they are not going to allow me to become a nurse. That's not true. I always advise people to be open during the interview. Don't be scared that you think that when you ask questions that they will not take you. That's not true. They actually want people that desire to stay with them for that long and even progress to higher positions. So when you are having your interviews, discuss with them, tell us of getting my NMC PIN and I desire to move on to a nursing position. Is this going to be possible with your organization? Most of them will say yes. So don't be scared. If you are struggling with IELTS, you can definitely go for this senior carer. Just choose the best location and do not relax when you get to the UK. Try to get your NMC PIN, and then yes, the UK can be stressful. Yes, there are taxes that they will deduct from your salary. Yes, there are all these other deductions, but yet it is still worth it. If you're here, you have more opportunities of, you can afford to continue with your NMC process. You can afford to do other qualifications that you want. You have a better chance of growth. So if you're here, you have better opportunities, you have better lifestyle, you can, your children can go to good schools, your spouse can also work full time. So if your spouse is with you, they can also work, and that way, if you plan very well and have a moderate lifestyle, you are definitely going to love it here in the UK. It is a good place, and the communities are very, very good and friendly. Once you are doing the right things, you will just be fine. So do not be scared if you're a nurse, my friend. If you're not, if you're don't be scared. Go ahead and apply for these jobs instead of staying. I have people that have been saying, oh, I don't like the UK, oh, and this happened, and they end up continuing to stay back. And now I am more than 3 years here. Some of them are stay back home because they keep saying, oh, I want to go to the US, oh, I want to go to the Canada, but they are still there. So if you ask me, I'll say take action on the ones that you have seen, and when you get there, you now have better chances of moving on in your career. Yes. So I hope this has given you insights on who a senior carer is, their roles, their salaries, their benefits, and whether it's worth it to come to the UK as a nurse through the senior carer route. So what do you think? Do you think this is a good idea? Let me know in the comment below. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, subscribe and hit the bell icon so that anytime I post a new video, you will know about it. Ask me any questions that you want in the comment section. Let me know, give me updates. Some people send me messages on Instagram telling me that they got a job, and whether they are applying, and whether agencies are helping them and everything. So I would like to know if these videos are actually helpful, because that's the main reason I'm sharing this information. I know how I search for information during my own time. So if I see any information, I try to share, because I know it's helping someone, and I know it will help someone who is desperately looking for this information. So let me know, give me updates, send me messages, leave comments for me to see, so that we even have idea of what you are actually expecting from me for my next videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.